Number 9. Almonds, the ancient nut. Almonds have been treasured for thousands of years and appear among the oldest written foods, named even in the book of Genesis as a gift worth carrying. A single handful, about an ounce, gives you 6 grams of protein, a healthy dose of vitamin E, magnesium, and calcium, and the kind of heart-friendly fat that has made the almond one of the most thoroughly studied nuts in the entire world of nutrition. If you want a protein snack that needs no fridge, no cooking, and no preparation at all, almonds travel with you anywhere, in a pocket, a handbag, or a jar by your chair. A small handful steadies hunger between meals and quietly adds protein, which matters because spreading protein across the whole day, rather than loading it all onto the dinner plate, is what best protects aging muscle. They are crunchy, so if chewing is hard, soak them overnight to soften. Almonds are unusually rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps shield your cells from the slow wear of the years, and in magnesium, a mineral tied to muscle function, nerve health, sleep, and bone strength that a great many older adults fall quietly short on. Large reviews following nut eaters over time link a daily handful with longer, healthier lives, steadier blood sugar, and better cholesterol, which is a remarkable return on such a small, simple habit. Eat them raw or lightly toasted, scatter slivers over porridge, yogurt, and salads, or reach for almond butter if chewing tires you, since it carries the very same goodness in a smoother form. Soaking them overnight makes them softer and, some find, even gentler on digestion. Store them somewhere cool and dark so the good fats stay fresh and never turn. Next is the bright green nut that feels like a treat but works like a tonic. Number 10. Pistachios, the green jewel. Pistachios are an ancient nut. Once so prized, they were reserved for royalty and named among the choice fruits sent as a gift in the book of Genesis. And that vivid green color signals a real wealth of plant compounds inside. An ounce delivers about 6 grams of protein, and pistachios are one of the very few nuts that count as a complete protein, carrying all the essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild. If you tend to graze through a whole bowl of snacks without quite noticing, pistachios have a clever built-in break, because shelling each one by hand naturally slows you right down. That gentle, fiddly pace suits a quiet afternoon and keeps the portion sensible, all on its own. For anyone over 50 trying to mind both their protein and their waistline at once, a food that gently encourages you to eat slowly and mindfully is a rare and genuinely useful thing. Those green and violet hues come from lutein and zeaxanthin, the very same protective pigments that gather in the back of the eye, which is why research links them with guarding eyesight and the aging brain. Pistachios also bring potassium, fiber, and antioxidants, and studies on people who eat nuts regularly tie them to healthier cholesterol and blood pressure, 2 numbers well worth minding after 50. Few snacks pack so much quiet protection into such a cheerful little shell. Buy them in the shell to slow your pace and make a small handful last, or shelled to scatter over yogurt, salads, rice, and roasted vegetables for color and crunch. A modest daily handful is all you need to enjoy the benefits. They keep for many months sealed in a jar somewhere cool and dark. Next, we move from the nuts to the seeds, beginning with one you have very likely scooped out of a pumpkin and thrown away. Number 11. Pumpkin seeds, the overlooked seed. Also called pepitas, these flat green seeds are a quiet powerhouse that most people scrape out and throw away every autumn without a second thought. An ounce carries around 9 grams of protein, one of the very highest counts among all seeds, along with a genuinely remarkable load of magnesium, zinc, iron, and healthy fats, all tucked inside something small enough to eat by the handful while you read or watch television. If you sleep poorly, feel your legs and feet cramp at night, or seem to catch every cold and bug that goes around, pumpkin seeds quietly speak to all three at once. They are one of the best food sources of magnesium and zinc you can find, two minerals tied directly to restful sleep, steady and relaxed muscles, and a working immune system, all of which tend to weaken and grow less reliable with each passing decade after 50. That magnesium is really the headline here. A large share of older adults quietly fall short of it, and low magnesium is linked in research with poorer sleep, more frequent muscle cramps, higher blood pressure, and even low mood. The zinc, meanwhile, is central to immune defense and to wound healing, which naturally slows as we age and matters more with every year. Very few everyday snacks deliver both of those minerals as generously as a small handful of these seeds. Eat them raw straight from the bag, or toast them in a dry pan for a few minutes until they puff and pop and turn nutty, then scatter them over salads, soups, porridge, and yogurt, or simply snack on them by the handful. A bag is inexpensive and keeps for many months in the cupboard. Next is a seed so tiny it almost vanishes into your food, and yet it may quietly be the most complete of them all. Number 12. Hemp seeds, the tiny complete. Hemp hearts are the soft, shelled inner seeds of the hemp plant, and to settle the obvious question, they carry none of the effects people wrongly fear, just pure, dense nutrition. 3 tablespoons carry about 10 grams of complete protein, an unusual feat for any seed, along with a near-perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fats, and a good dose of magnesium, iron, and zinc, all in a soft, mild, nutty little seed. If chewing or digestion makes nuts and whole beans genuinely difficult, hemp hearts are about the gentlest answer there is. They are soft enough to need no cooking and no real chewing, and their mild, nutty taste simply disappears into whatever you stir them through. For a frail or fading appetite that needs more protein with far less effort, a spoonful blended into a drink or scattered over breakfast is almost invisible, completely effortless, and surprisingly nourishing. What truly sets hemp apart is that rare pairing of complete protein and brain-friendly omega-3 fats inside one tiny seed, a combination you almost never find together in the plant world. Those omega-3 fats are studied for supporting the heart, easing stiff joints, and nourishing the aging brain and memory, while the protein quietly carries every amino acid your muscles need to repair. Very few single foods anywhere manage to cover quite so many bases as gently as this one. Always use hemp hearts raw, never cooked, since heat damages those delicate fats, sprinkled over yogurt, oatmeal, soups, and salads, or blended into smoothies, aiming for around 3 tablespoons a day. Keep the bag in the fridge so the fragile oils stay fresh and never turn bitter. They cost more than beans, but a little goes a long way and the nutrition is exceptional. Next is the seed that turns to soft jelly and keeps you full for hours. Number 13. Chia Seeds, the ancient endurance seed. These tiny black and gray seeds fueled Aztec runners and messengers across long distances centuries ago, and they have thoroughly earned their modern comeback. 2 tablespoons carry around 5 grams of protein and a striking 11 grams of fiber, and their party trick is remarkable. Soaked in any liquid, they swell up to 10 times their size into a soft, satisfying gel that is easy to swallow and slow to digest. If you battle sluggish digestion, something that grows more common with age, or your appetite simply vanishes and whole hours pass before you remember to eat, chia quietly helps with both problems at once. That gel slows digestion right down, steadies your blood sugar, and keeps you comfortably full for hours, while delivering its protein in a form so soft it suits even the most tender mouth. A small chia pudding is an easy, gentle, almost effortless way to add real nourishment. Chia is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fats anywhere, the same fats studied for the heart, the joints, and the aging brain, and its abundant fiber is the soluble kind that research links again and again with steadier cholesterol and blood sugar. The calcium content is genuinely notable too, another quiet helper for bones that thin with the years, which means a humble spoonful is quietly working on your heart, your gut, and your skeleton, all at the same time. The simplest method is to stir 2 tablespoons into a cup of milk or juice, add a little fruit, and let it sit for 20 minutes or overnight in the fridge until it thickens into pudding. You can also sprinkle them dry over food, but always alongside plenty of liquid so they swell in the glass, not in you. A single bag lasts for months. Next, we leave the seeds for the grain that fooled everyone into thinking it was a vegetable. Number 20. Sunflower seeds, the everyday finisher. These cheerful little seeds, harvested from the great nodding face of the sunflower, are one of the most affordable protein sprinkles you can possibly keep in a kitchen. An ounce of the pale kernels carries around 6 grams of protein, plus a genuinely standout dose of vitamin E, magnesium, and selenium, and the kind of healthy fats that keep them satisfying, nutty, and endlessly useful, scattered over almost anything you make. If you want just one simple, almost effortless habit that quietly lifts the protein of nearly every single meal, keep a jar of sunflower kernels right by the stove and use them with a free hand. A scattering over salad, soup, porridge, yogurt, or roasted vegetables costs only pennies and adds protein, satisfying crunch, and real nutrients with no cooking whatsoever, which suits a busy day or a tired evening when the thought of a proper meal feels like one task too many. Sunflower seeds are one of the very best whole food sources of vitamin E, the antioxidant that helps protect your aging cells from daily wear, alongside magnesium and selenium for your muscles, your mood, and your immune defenses. And sunflower seed butter is a brilliant allergy-friendly stand-in for anyone who cannot eat peanuts or tree nuts at all, carrying a very similar protein punch and creamy spreadable comfort, so almost nobody has to miss out on this gentle everyday source. Buy them as raw or roasted kernels to sprinkle freely over whatever you are eating, or as sunflower seed butter to spread on toast and fruit. Toast them briefly in a dry pan for a deeper, nuttier flavor, and store them somewhere cool so their good fats stay fresh. A large bag costs very little and lasts for months. That is our full 20, and what quietly ties every one of them together matters just as much as any single food.